Does AMC have enough online hype to squeeze the shorts and send prices higher? What may we expect to happen to AMC this week based on what happened with GME back in January? And is AMC the next GME? Is it going to be bigger? A quick recap to what happened to GameStop back in January. GameStop is a stock that has had a lot of short interest, and the people on Wall Street Bets realized that if they can drive the prices higher, they can essentially squeeze out the short sellers and make them cover their positions and drive the prices to astronomical values. And they pretty much did. GameStop was trading at roughly $20 before all this happened, and I believe it topped out at around $480, which is this number is insane to me, which is a 2,300% gain. The first thing I'm going to take a look at is Google Trends. We have here the chart comparison between GME and AMC, and this is search interest for these two terms spanning between the 1st of January to the end of February. So we can see over here on the 25th of January is when we see a bit of a hike in the search interest for GME. And then following the next day, it went up even more. Let's have a quick look at what happened on the charts for those couple of days. So this is this candle here is the 25th of January, 26, 27, 28th. And we can see how the prices just went up similar to the search interest for the stock. And I mean, it doesn't take much to figure out that more people are interested to find out what's happened for GME. There is more people who don't want to miss out on this potential move, and as a result, they're putting in money into the stock, driving the prices up. Now, this is the same comparison, but I have extended the time to the current date. So as we saw before, GME on the January 25th, this is now given a score of 15, and currently AMC is given a score of 28. The thing with short squeezes is very much like a tug-of-war situation. Everyone needs to rally and pull the rope all at the same time to make the opposition lose. So we need that to happen. We need a lot of coverage for this particular incident. Right now, AMC is sitting at 28 search interest on the May the 27th. And we will want the search interest to peak much like it did for GME back in January. Right now, there is a lot of momentum for AMC. Right now, we see a score of 28. And over the next couple of days, we really want to see a spike. We really want to see a spike to 100 like it did for GME. The second thing I'm going to look at is the Wall Street Bets subreddit statistics, where a lot of the GME movement originated from. So if you scroll down a little bit, we can see that on in the comments per day figure, on the 28th of January, there is a hike in comments, which happens to be the same day GME topped out. And if we zoom in a little bit, we can see that beginning on the 25th of January, we can see that the comments per day is already higher than any other day. And it just keeps on climbing and climbing, which likewise with the Google search trends correlated with the prices for GME. So if we zoom back out to the comments per day figure, we can't really tell that there is a hike in comments over the recent AMC price movements. In comparison to what happened on the Google Trends, we see that it's sitting at 28 in terms of search interest. However, Wall Street Bets certainly isn't showing the same level of common interest in comparison to what we saw prior to the squeeze on GME. This is an important point to consider because Wall Street Bets is if you will, a very tight-knit community where the people that participate in the subreddit really put money where their fingers are. And if they are typing, if they're making memes, and if they're making posts about putting money into GME, they probably would put money in GME. And this time we see less interest in AMC than there were for GME if I were to directly compare the two. And the last thing I want to go over is probably better explained here on Wall Street Bets than I probably could have. You can have a read if you just go on Wall Street Bets yourself, but really it just shows that there is a lot of similarities between the price movement that led up to GME and now with AMC. A lot of the patterns that we saw on GME is very similar to AMC, and the bullish candle that was formed for GME on Friday, January 22nd looks a lot like the bullish candle formed on Thursday. So to visualize that, so this is the candle for January the 22nd, and then before the squeeze happened, and then similarly we can see a sort of similarish pattern forming on AMC, and this is a pretty obvious thing to see. Someone from our team also sent this through to me. It's basically highlighting the same thing. There are a lot of similarities now for AMC in comparison to what happened with GME back in January, and he also marked the MACD, indicating that the momentum is actually still increasing on the 1-day charts. The thing that everybody should know and needs to know with regards to stocks is that past results is not indicative of future results. And granted, there are a lot of similarities between GME and AMC this time. This thing can play out completely differently. The last thing I want to leave with is an interesting statistic. This is the Wall Street Bets statistics. Just having a look at the subscribers for the subreddit since the beginning of this year, we see that there was a huge spike in subscriber count during that period of the GME saga. And lots of people who missed out on GME won't want to miss out on this one too. And there are a lot more people interested in the stock market and have an understanding of what short squeezes are as a result of the GME saga. This may add fuel to the fire for the GMC move this week. We are well positioned for a short squeeze, but one thing that we should see to anticipate the short squeeze is much more social media coverage. So let's see what happens in the coming days, because everyone will be watching.